Hello, my name is Adonis and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be doing what do they secretly want to tell you, spirits, for all of my Aquarius out there. So, let's get after it. Here we go. Alright. Sun, rising Venus and Jupiter. Sun, moon, rising Venus and Jupiter. Sun, rising Venus and Jupiter. Sun, rising Venus and Jupiter. Some of the cards I need to see. Some of the cards I need to see. What do they secretly want to tell all of my Aquarius out there? What do they secretly want to tell all of my Aquarius out there? There we go. Some cards I need to see. Some cards I need to see. Some cards I need to... Ooh. So there you go. All right, one popped out. We're definitely going to take this. Okay. Now, we're dealing with someone, an air sign individual here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy here. Now, this is a person with the Knight of Swords that is moving very rapidly towards their desires here. Okay, it's kind of like a bull through a china shop, type of energy here. Kind of act first, think later. Sometimes it could be kind of reckless, okay, like a bull through a china shop, as I said. Think about the outcome later. The reason that this individual is doing this in the pursuit of this relationship with you, so this is someone that's running actually full steam ahead, okay? Pretty obvious to you, it's obvious to everyone, okay? Their fears, they do not want to get left out in the cold here with the Five of Pentacles. They don't want to be left out in the cold. They figure like, hey, listen, I got to go and I got to just let this person know how I feel, and they're just running straight at you, okay? I mean, it's very obvious who this person is. They're coming at you full steam ahead. They're laying it on thick, laying it on really, really heavy. So it's like, hey, this is, remember, bull through a china shop. They're kind of like, consequences be damned. They're just going for it. That's what's going on here. Because in their mind, not only do they not want to get left out in the cold, but hey, with the Five of Swords, it's either, hey, do I stay and fight for this thing or do I walk away? So they have to know beyond a shadow of a doubt, if there's going to be chemistry, if there's a connection here you guys have, they want to know. They're going for it. If not, then they're going to walk away, right? Okay, so Temperance here. So in their mind, at least, hey, listen, they're trying to stay balanced here with this situation. You know, they're kind of trying balancing things out here. They're tired of this. Most likely is a person that has been pursuing you for a little bit, okay, and it's just kind of reached the zenith point where they're like, you know, either I'm going to be in to this, either this is going to work, either going to go for it or not. And so that's pretty much what this thing is. And you know, they've been kind of walking on eggshells and you know, placidly doing things and placid flirtation and gentle nudges and like, forget all that, I'm going for it. So that's what's going on here. They've done a lot of soul searching and reflecting about this too with the Hermit card. So they've done a lot of self-reflection, self-examination, and this is what they've come up with. Because so far, this person, we got the Eight of Swords here. This person's feeling trapped. They feel like their hands are tied behind their back. They're feeling marginalized. They're like, you know what? I'm tired of this cat and mouse nonsense. I'm going to go for it. And that's what they're doing here. Finally, here we got the King of Wands. King of Wands. This girl is like, hey, listen, we be good together. I've seen it. This is their vision. They thought about the big picture here. So they see you guys being together, meeting your parents, meeting your folks, getting married, going on cruises, going on vacations, all this. They've already seen it. They've already projected it all the way out there. And so that's why for them, this is pretty much like, you know, it's either going to be bang or it's going to be bust. So let's see with that type of mentality what the potential blockages could be. Because I don't know, that could work. That could work for them. Could work mostly against them too. So let's see. Let's see what the cards have to say. What are potential blockages to this situation? What are the potential blockages to this union here? Some of the cards you need to see. Some cards that I need to see. Here we go. Okay. So, Queen of Swords. So, the potential blockages. Got to go back to the question. What are the potential blockages? Potential blockages here is the Queen of Swords energy. You tell them, telling it like it is. Just keeping it straight. That could work against them. Them just putting just taking all of the chips and putting it on black or putting it all on red. In this particular case, it's either all or nothing. That could be a potential problem because that would be them just being straight up and honest and open about it. Now, it may be cathartic. It could very well be very cathartic where they're getting it off their chest and they're really putting it out there, putting it in the ethos. Sounds good. Sounds really good. Sometimes the outcome, it may be like, whoa. You may be like, whoa, this is a bit much. So there is that potential that is there. Okay. Also, with the Five of Swords here, is either they're trying to figure out should they stay and fight or should they walk away. It really depends. It really depends. As I said before, their mindset was getting to the point where they were getting tired of kind of like the flirtatiousness. So they really wanted an answer either way. So maybe if they would have hung in there a little bit longer, maybe that would have been a better situation, because with the Sixth of Pentacles, they were definitely getting out of balance. They felt like they were being generous with their time, possibly even generous with their finances, at least in their mind. They would even be being generous with their finances. And, so this is a person, again, probably, would be willing to help you financially, give you gifts, things of that nature. And I guess, again, not saying it's your fault, but from their particular mindset, it was like, hey, listen, I'm doing these things. This person's, get the hint. Hey, let's go out. Let's have a good time. Let's take this thing to the next level. But they're just getting to the point where they're beginning to feel like, okay, enough's enough here. Where are we going with this here? We also got the Ten of Cups here. Ten of Cups is long-term committed relationship, possible family. I do get the sense this person wants to take things to the next level. Their person is looking for a long-term committed relationship, and they want to start a family. So they want to get serious, in other words. And you just may not be in the mindset right now to really be serious about a relationship here. But they definitely are. They've been sending warm, vibrating energy out there. Queen of Wands. There's this feeling on their part that, hey, you sent them signals as well. They sent you signals. You sent them signals. So, now again, we got to go back to the question. What are the blockages here? The blockages here is that, hey, listen, you've been sending me out these signals, so this is what we doing, right? So there is that, okay? But, hey, in your defense, you could have just been being friendly, and it could have been misconstrued as something that was a lot more, there may be some attraction that's there, okay? But it may not be to the level of, hey, let's move forward with this, all right? We also got the Ten of Swords here. So this person definitely feels as though that they've been stabbed in the back, a ruination of plans, so to speak. This person is feeling a little bit betrayed. The emphasis that I'm really feeling that they've put out there is that, hey, listen, this has been going on for a while. I like you. I want to pursue a relationship with you, and you still really haven't committed to this situation either way. So I really need you to do so, because I'm beginning to feel like I'm kind of stabbed in the back here. Like, I was. In other words, you led them to believe it was going to be this way, then it turned out to be something else, okay? So that's what's going on. And then finally we have the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles represents a situation, someone is very financially solid. They're thinking very critically about financial security and things of that nature. So this person, I suspect this person buying these gifts and things like that, was thinking, hey, at least this person knows I'm thinking about a legacy of wealth here, building a solid financial foundation. So that was their thoughts on that, But, again, your mindset may be like, hey, listen, I'm not for sale. So there's just like, there's different perspectives of how to look at this whole situation. So with that being the case, right, let us see what additional information Spirit wants to give before I wrap this thing. What additional information Spirit wants to give before I wrap this thing up here. All right, so Spirit is saying patterns. And this could be for both of you as well. Look at patterns of behavior. Like, you know, if you really pay attention to the patterns, how things are progressing here, you will kind of see, if you wanted to, hey, listen, I could see where this thing was building up to. I could see where this person was coming from with this perspective, this point of view. And also, if they paid attention to the patterns, they could see, okay, listen, even though I'm doing X and doing Z, and I'm talking about X, Y, and Z, this person is not responding and liking kind. Okay? A chance of rediscovery. Okay? Again, go both ways. Chance of rediscovery for yourself to say, listen, you know, I'm just really not really into pursuing a relationship right now. You know, and maybe that may be something that you just weren't honest with yourself about. Chance of rediscovery for them as well, which would be, hey, listen, you know, you're kind of coming off a little bit desperate, and so maybe you need to kind of roll it back a little bit. Just kind of showering someone with gifts, you know, that's not, you know, some people don't take lightly to that because they're like, hey, I'm not for sale. And sometimes people are like, hey, the more you give, hey, if you're willing to give, I'm willing to take. But it doesn't necessarily mean that there's any kind of connection between us, which brings me to this connection. In any situation, in any relationship here, you want to make sure that there's an actual real connection. Some people you can tell right away. There's a connection. There's a spark. There's a gravitational pull towards that individual. You can feel it. You can see it. Love at first sight. That sort of thing. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. You know, after you're around a person for a while, you kind of feel like there's a connection. There's ebbs and flows. Sometimes you feel like you're flowing on the same page. Sometimes you think you're not. And sometimes there's a situation where you're like, no, I don't have a connection with this person at all. You know? Whatever it may be, pay attention to those. Pay attention to that inner ear, those inner feelings, okay? Because again, and if you are one of these people that know that you are, you know, dragging a thing out with someone, just do yourself a favor, do them a favor, just be honest with them up front so that, you know, they don't waste their time and you don't waste yours either. All right, that's my only ask here, people. So with that being said, I'm shutting this thing down now. This is a general love reading. It may not resonate with everyone. I want to say that again. This is a general love reading. It may not resonate with everyone. The only way that you're going to get a reading that really just hits on every cylinder for you personally is that you're going to have to get a personal reading, okay? Now, if this does happen to resonate with you, that's fine. If it doesn't, just take these parts of this reading that do and dismiss the rest. Also, if you haven't already, please like, please share, and absolutely subscribe. It really helps the channel, but more importantly, it really helps the algorithm take my very unique style of tarot reading out there to others that may be interested in this style of tarot reading as well. So thank you in advance. My name is Adonis. See you next time.